All right, folks. Well, we apologize for those of you that are going to be picking this up as you hit refresh crazily. Brooklyn Guerin hits a 3 at the buzzer of the first quarter to make it a 13-4 lead for Centennial, and Superior will get the ball to start things up here in the second quarter. But just a really strange turn of events. Centennial gets into their play with about 10 seconds. A few not good passes. Finally, Guerin got it from about 23 feet and was facing away from the basket. Just turned and really just threw it at the hoop, and it happened to bank in. So that's how the end of the first quarter happened. There's a pull-up shot by Shayla Meyer, the freshman for Superior, and that makes it 13-6. That shot, or pass in the corner, is going to end up a foul on Hirschfeld. It'll be Kate's first, and that is the first team foul, actually, on Centennial. Again, that press break in effect for Superior. Kaylin throws it to Shayla on the wing. Off the foot, Centennial diving in there. That's Hirschfeld, jump ball. Possession, Broncos. So, big credit so far. That's now 5 turnovers forced on Superior by Centennial. And the Broncos, boy, that ball has been loose at all on the offensive end for Superior. Centennial has been diving at that like a B-52 bomber. Really doing a nice job hustling to get those loose balls. That is a long 2 on the far side, no good. And the defensive rebound for Meyer. Kaylin's already got 4 of those in the game. Ahead, that's Hallie Miller. Now on the wing, it's Trisha Hayes for Sullivan. Back to Miller. Shayla Meyer, a 3 in the corner. No. There's Kaylin, offensive putback. 6 points for Kaylin, 5 rebounds. Averaging a double-double this year, her junior year. 13-8 now our score. Backdoor cut for Hirschfeld. Gets free for a moment, has it fouled on the way up. And they will call Kaylin Meyer for the foul, her first, the team's third, but 2 free throws coming for Kate Hirschfeld. Kate, the sophomore, averaging 8.5 points a game, and that didn't hit anything. Everybody kind of gasped as soon as Kate let that thing go, actually. So 13-8 still our score. Minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Centennial has led this thing almost the entire game. Hallie Miller into the middle of that zone and dribbles it right into Brooklyn Guerin, who picks up the steal. 6 turnovers for Superior here in the first half. Nicely in the corner. And again, this matchup 3-2 look for Superior. For a while it looks like man, but it really is a zone. And if you can cut into the middle like that, Asia nicely with a nice shot right over Kaylin Meyer. Makes it 15-8, first points of the second quarter right there for Centennial. Hallie Miller, now Tegan Sullivan across the timeline. Backside, tried to get it, they do get it finally to backside. It ends up through 3 Bronco hands, but a foul called on Hunter Hartshorn. Her first, just the team's second, but 2 free throws coming for Hallie Miller. Hallie is a 5'6" junior. And just a couple of seniors, really, on the squad. Megan Miller, I believe, is out for the Wildcats, as is Natalie McBean. The 2 seniors in the rotation that would be in the rotation. Miller makes 1 of 2. 15-9, Centennial on top. They led it 13-4 at the end of the first quarter. Hirschfeld setting things up for Hartshorn. Into the middle for Cast from the elbow. Nicely, an offensive rebound. The putback is good. Asia nicely. Puts it in nicely. And then a tip pass on the press. And then a steal by Cast. Lily's got it down low. Hirschfeld underneath. Hartshorn, no. Rebound pulled down by Trisha Hayes. Then it's taken away by Nicely. So Centennial's got it again. High post, Nicely. Drives down the lane, blocked by Meyer. Controlled by Shayla. And here come the Wildcats. Down by 8. Near side, that's Kobza into the corner. Now back up for Kobza. Sullivan on the right side. Shayla Meyer working baseline. Double teamed there. Sullivan fires the 3 and hits it. Tegan Sullivan, a hero a year ago in the semifinals, hit the 3 to send the Wildcats into the C2 state championship game that they won. She hits her first basket of this ball game, makes it 17-12. Centennial on top. Bronco was with a basketball. Nicely, high post to Cast on the baseline. The pull-up. Meyer the rebound and a foul on Centennial's Brooklyn Guerin coming over the top. 6 rebounds, 6 points now for Kaylin Meyer. J.C. Stewart and Caitlin Fellhofer both into the game for Centennial. Also coming in, Daly Day. First time we've seen Daly. She's a sophomore, averages 3.5 points per game to replace Brooklyn Guerin. And the travel on Sullivan in the backcourt. 9 first half turnovers for Superior. Ball movement has been pretty good for Centennial. In the lane, Hirschfeld over Meyer. Can't get the shot, but an offense rebound for Hartshorn. Back to the rim, no good. Shayla Meyer with a rebound. 17-12. Here in the first half, Centennial with the lead. Superior with the basketball. Kobza's 3 is long. It's out of bounds. It's off of Centennial. Officials both kind of looked at each other, and they both said, yep, Centennial, and they kind of both motioned it at the same time. So good bit of work there by those gentlemen on the far side. Sullivan, quick 3 on the inbounds. And the rebound pulled down by Dye. I was told Daly Dye. Cross court, how about that? The layup for Kate Hirschfeld. Kate's got 6, the lead is 7. Hayes into the corner, now back up. Sullivan for Meyer. That's Shayla on the left wing. To a double team, and it's stolen away. Hirschfeld picks up the loose ball. Leaves it on the right side. The first shot no good. Hirschfeld got it back and put it in. The first shot put up by Dye. Hirschfeld there to clean things up, and a 9-point Centennial lead, their largest lead of the game. Meyer top of the key. Kaylin for 3, too long. Sullivan, though, for an offensive rebound. Her putback no good. Got it one more time. Third time's a charm for Tegan Sullivan. 21-14. Broncos by a touchdown. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Dye into the high post. The quick shot, no good. Put up by Hartshorn. Out of bounds off Superior. Oh, now the officials are going to confer on the far side. And they're going to make the call to Superior. Centennial coach Jake Polk wanted a timeout anyway. He will get it. It is a full timeout. We will step aside as well. Here from Centennial High School on the SNC girls third place basketball game.
My name is William Scarf. I'm a diesel tech here in York, Nebraska for Truck Center Companies. Before I started working here, I helped a smaller mechanic shop, and I did some work here and there. And then I started working on some engines at home in my shop. And then that's when I kind of got my jump with diesel. I've liked the experience they're giving me, the hours they're able to give me, and just the training and all the accessories. Pay is good, benefits are wonderful. Basically, they offer basically all benefits. Pretty happy that I was able to find it so quickly, right after high school basically. It was really jump right into it, and turns out to be a really good place to start a career.
Minute 47 to go, first half. Centennial 21, Superior 14. Girls SNC third place game here at Centennial High School. We will have all 4 of the games here today, as that press has been a thorn in the side of the Wildcats, and it results in a 3 this time for Erica Cast. Her first points of the game makes it a 10-point lead, and the largest lead here now for the Broncos. Sullivan in the backcourt. And before the pass can be caught across the timeline by Sierra Blackburn, a turnover called. 12 first half turnovers. 7 of those are steals by Centennial. High post, Meyer steps in front. Kaylin will bring it herself, leaves it for Blackburn, who is fouled by Nicely. That's the first turnover of the second quarter, 5th of the game for Centennial there. And Sierra Blackburn, another one of these sophomores. Like we said, we're not going to see a senior, I don't think, in the rotation today for Superior. So missing the senior leadership, but all of these girls have played so many minutes together over the years. Blackburn makes one of 2, 24-15, with 1:10 to go in the first half. And again, Superior in this matchup 2-3 zone. They're not playing man-to-man, and it's a zone principle in that you're not chasing one girl all over the place, but you kind of pick up man-to-man when somebody is in your area. So it's a little different look, but Superior has handled it pretty well so far. 38 seconds to go. Do the Broncos want maybe just one shot here in the first half? No matter what, if you can go into the locker room up 9, you'd be feeling pretty good if you're a Bronco fan, especially since Kaylin Meyer hasn't scored since about the first minute of this second quarter. 6 points and 6 rebounds. That's exactly what it looks like, though. Centennial will go for one shot here at the end of this first half. Kate Hirschfeld with it. 10 seconds to go. Into the corner. The 3 by Hartshorn is long. Lily Cast fighting, scrapping. Now we've got a jump ball for the rebound. Possession Superior. So 3 seconds left for the Wildcats. Again, this full court press has been an issue if you're Superior. Kaylin Meyer will take it, throw it back to Sullivan, and this is going to be way off at the buzzer. Excellent first half by the Broncos of Centennial. They lead it 24-15 over the Superior Wildcats at halftime. The girls' SNC basketball tournament third place game. We'll come back with some halftime stats after this in the second half, of course, on StriveSports.com.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Teens drink 1/4 of all alcohol sold in Nebraska. That's 2 times the national average. 5th worst in the nation. But there's something proven to stop teen binge drinking. It's called parenting, and there is one parenting style that works best. Learn more about the parenting style that works against teen drinking. Talkaboutalcohol.org.
My name is William Scarf. I'm a diesel tech here in York, Nebraska for Truck Center Companies. Before I started working here, I helped a smaller mechanic shop, and I did some work here and there. And then I started working on some engines at home in my shop. And then that's when I kind of got my jump with diesel. I've liked the experience they're giving me, the hours they're able to give me, and just the training and all the accessories. Pay is good, benefits are wonderful. Basically, they offer basically all benefits. Pretty happy that I was able to find it so quickly, right after high school basically. It was really jump right into it, and turns out to be a really good place to start a career.
Halftime of the SNC girls third place game. It is Centennial 24 and Superior 15. Broncos led in that first half by Kate Hirschfeld with 8 points, but 6 different Broncos have scored in the first half. Shelby Ziegler had 4, Asia Nicely had 4, Brooklyn Guerin hit the 3 at the buzzer of the first quarter, which I'm sorry to say you couldn't see because our video is frozen. Caitlin Fellhofer with 2, Erica Cast with 3, and we mentioned Hirschfeld with those 8 points. For Superior, Sierra Blackburn with 1, Tegan Sullivan 5, Hallie Miller with 1, Shayla Meyer 2, and Kaylin Meyer 6. Both teams are 2 for 4 from the free throw line, 2 threes for Centennial and 1 for Superior. Take a look at the rest of the season for Centennial. 15-4 this year. Losses to Milford back in December by 10, 58-48. And a loss to Oakland Craig, who is 17-1, 49-48. That was at the Malcolm Holiday Tournament. Then a loss in overtime to Columbus Lakeview. That's moving up a class there. Their only other loss was to Fillmore Central on Thursday, 60-42. So that clearly the biggest loss of the season for Centennial. Kind of a game where Fillmore Central threw a lot of shots in, shall we say. Panthers shot the ball incredibly well. That shooting percentage goes down. That might been a different game. A little extra conference from Centennial might have gone a long way in that one. But credit to the Panthers. They made the shots that they got in that game on Thursday. For the Superior Wildcats, 15-3 this year. They didn't lose in the month of December, but the loss to Fillmore Central 53-52 in Geneva in that first week of January. Didn't lose again until they lost to St. Cecilia in overtime. Now that's a St. Cecilia team that is young, but man, are they good in C2. They're 18-1. And then, of course, their third loss was the other night to Milford, 38-36. So these are two teams with not a whole lot of losses. Centennial's got a couple of really tough games with UTAN and Aquinas coming up after this SNC tournament. But both teams are looking for strong finishes to the year. So we are into the second half. It's Centennial ball first. Brooklyn Guerin with the drive and the floater and gets it to go. Guerin's got 5, and a basket right out of the gate makes the largest lead of the game for Centennial at 26-15. And also right out of the gate, forcing, I don't think it was touched, was it? Yeah, turnover Superior. That makes 13 Wildcat turnovers. And if you're a Wildcat fan, too many of them just like that. A turnover before you ever have a chance at getting a look at the hoop. The full court press from Centennial has certainly been difficult at times for Superior to handle. As Hirschfeld goes baseline, cast, swing it out and around. Good ball movement, but good recovery by Superior there. Cross court, that one's tipped and stolen away. Hallie Miller's got it out in front of everyone. And the layup good. First turnover of the second half for Centennial. The lead is 9, 26-17. A little over a minute gone here in the third. Hartshorn, right side or left side of the circles. Nicely at the high post and back out and around. Nicely, quick 3. A little too long there. Hallie Miller right there for the rebound for Superior. Hallie driving herself all the way. Can't get it to go. And the defensive rebound for Hartshorn. Here comes Hunter across the timeline. Back up for Brooklyn Guerin. Nicely high post. Tied up for just a split second. Nicely in the corner. Nice backdoor cut, Hunter Hartshorn. Timeout, Centennial. 4-2 start here in the first 2 minutes. And a 30-second timeout lets us let you know that today's games are brought to you in part by Cornerstone Bank, Truck Center Companies, and Region 5 Health Systems. They are our advertising partners on Strive Sports and Strive TV that make it possible for us to come to these events like the SNC tournament or the CRC tournament a week ago there at the York City Auditorium. Centennial, this is the fourth year that the Broncos have hosted, fourth year in a row, I should say, that the Broncos have hosted the SNC tournament with the addition of this gym. And boy, the shine is still here if you're a Bronco. This is one of the more beautiful gyms in the state of Nebraska, I think. C2, C1, D, whatever class you want to go to. This one looks fantastic. They did it right here. So some really nice facilities, and I understand perhaps some new things on the way too. That would be cool. If it all happens the way I was told it might happen, that will be very, very cool. Meyer at the high post. No. An offensive rebound, though, for Emma Schnackenberg. Call the foul on Asia Nicely, her first, team's first this half. Actually, Asia's second, excuse me. The three on the inbounds. No good by Hallie Miller, but an offensive rebound, Schnackenberg again. Sullivan, she will line up a three. That is off the back. And another offensive rebound. Kept alive by Meyer. Schnackenberg tracked that down. Now Hayes for a three. That one is good. A lot of opportunities on that trip down the floor for Superior. And the lead is 8 for Centennial. 3 minutes gone in the third quarter. Guerin on the left wing. Onto the block for Hirschfeld. Now Cast. And now they'll reset. And it's a little more straight man-to-man. Hirschfeld attacks over Meyer. No. But the rebound for Kaylin. Still hasn't scored here in the second half. In fact, Kaylin Meyer hasn't scored since about the first minute of the second quarter. She's got 6 points. Cast gets a block shot there. Her third of the game. Now Hirschfeld's got it. An 8-point Bronco lead. 4:23 and counting, third quarter. Backdoor cut. Meyer tips that one out of bounds. Now Shayla Meyer replaces Emma Schnackenberg in the lineup. Hirschfeld, a drive and a leave now for Nicely. For Guerin up top. Back to the high post. Hirschfeld, that one maybe partially blocked by Shayla Meyer, and it's Kaylin Meyer with the rebound. Now she's got 8. The lead is 8 for Centennial. Wildcats with the basketball. And there is Hayes lining up another three. No. Offensive rebound for Meyer. Kaylin got that one to go. First points of the second half for Kaylin Meyer. Make it a 6-point game. 3:40 to go, third quarter. 5 straight points scored by Centennial scored by Superior after Centennial got the lead to 11. Into the block, little fast on the fastball up top, and a steal for Sullivan. And then a steal almost. Let's see who's going to come up with this thing. Into the backcourt we go. Bodies on the floor. Everybody's on and going. Sullivan maybe a little injured on the play. And a basket good by Shayla Meyer, and a chance at a 3-point play. They call it on Brooklyn Guerin, her second, team second. And Shayla Meyer will have a free throw coming, and Sullivan's coming out right now. Replaced by Zavea Kobza. Meyer can't get the free throw, and the rebound is tipped out by Kaylin Meyer. Always, it's never a bad time to remind everyone that there is no such thing in the basketball rule book as over the back. It can be a push. If I'm taller than you and I can jump, I can reach over as far as I want, as long as I don't hold you down or push you. Just a friendly reminder. Feel free to tweet me at allgood_Eric if you would like to discuss the topic. Backing down was Gearhen, and then Meyer and Hayes both tipped the rebound out of bounds. Centennial keeps the basketball. The lead, though, is 4 on a 7-0 run here by Superior. Hartshorn to end that. Oh, in and out, and Meyer the rebound. That's Shayla that grabbed it. So a chance to make it a one-possession game here for Superior. Kobza on the far wing. Skipping it back and forth over the top. Kobza for the 3. That will land out of bounds and will be Centennial basketball. Also, did you know you cannot travel if you do not fully possess the basketball? And now it's knocked free. Now we've got everybody on the floor. And how about that? The hustle play by Hallie Miller and the timeout from Coach Jim Sullivan. 30-second timeout taken by the Wildcats. We'll take it as well and be back to Centennial after this.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
A 4-2 start for Centennial in this quarter, but since then, a basket by Shayla Meyer, a 3 by Trisha Hayes, and a basket by Hallie Miller have made it now a 4-point game. This is the second trip down for the Wildcats to try to make it a one-possession game after trailing by as many as 11 here early on in this third quarter. High post, back out. That's good ball movement along the baseline. The two-pointer, no good by Hayes, but an offensive rebound. Shayla Meyer, far block, too strong. Jump ball on the rebound. Possession going to stay with Superior. Lily Cast, Asia Nicely back in for Centennial. Kobza to Shayla Meyer. To Kaylin onto the block, and a foul before the shot on Fellhofer. A switch in my roster. I was informed Natalie McMean wearing 42. Not Zavea Kobza. So that is actually Natalie that has been out there. So every time I've said Kobza, just replace it in your mind with McMean and you'll be as caught up as I am. Foul, by the way, was whistled on Hallie Miller. Her first, team's first of the half. Minute to go here in this third quarter. Good cut by Cass, but couldn't hang on to that, I think. Oh, they're going to make it a turnover. I thought that was actually off of McMean, but they say no. So this will be about to be the third possession for Superior with a chance to make it a one-possession game. This full court press has been at times tricky for Superior. Centennial has been good about covering the spots that Superior might want to throw it to. It's McMean on the far side. And back up for Miller. McMean for the three off the front. Tipped around. There's Meyer, and that's how 6-3 can get you the 10th point. And it's a 2-point game with 13 seconds to go in the third. Now 8. Dye with it. Now for Guerin. 4-3. Do they know what the time is? Cast on the wing. Will she get it up? She will not. Wave it off. End of 3. Centennial still with the lead. Superior with the momentum. 28-26. The final 8 minutes coming up.
My name is William Scarf. I'm a diesel tech here in York, Nebraska for Truck Center Companies. Before I started working here, I helped a smaller mechanic shop, and I did some work here and there. And then I started working on some engines at home in my shop. And then that's when I kind of got my jump with diesel. I've liked the experience they're giving me, the hours they're able to give me, and just the training and all the accessories. Pay is good, benefits are wonderful. Basically, they offer basically all benefits. Pretty happy that I was able to find it so quickly, right after high school basically. It was really jump right into it, and it turns out to be a really good place to start a career.
Start of the fourth quarter, Centennial's lead had been 11, about a minute and a half into the third. Now it's 2, 28-26, and the Broncos looking to get something going offensively because they went about the last 6 minutes of that third quarter without a basket or a point of any kind. Only three turnovers in there, but maybe forced some shots they weren't used to trying, but that's a great one to get to. Kate Hirschfeld has a chance at a three-point play. Foul on Trisha Hayes is her first, team second. We've only seen 5 total fouls called in this game. Kaylin Meyer just snatched her 12th rebound to go along with 10 points. But then a turnover before they could do anything with it. 14 turnovers for the game for Superior. Quick shot, no good. And the defensive rebound, though, for Trisha Hayes. Now Hallie Miller will bring it up. And the three for 10, that's Tegan Sullivan. 8 points for Tegan, a 1-point game, a minute into the fourth quarter. Hirschfeld to Cast, guarded by Meyer. Got it back, then Shayla knocks it out of bounds. Hirschfeld up top on the inbounds will stop. Her little 10-footer is good. Kate Hirschfeld has all 4 points here in the fourth quarter for Centennial. Pushing the lead back to 3. Now it's knocked free by Nicely, and it's controlled by Hartshorn. Another Wildcat turnover. 15 of them in the game. 3 of them in the second half. Already 2 in the first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. Nicely baseline. Blocked by Meyer. Third block for Kaylin. Chance to tie it with 3 on this possession for the Wildcats. Can't get the shot, and then a foul on the rebound. Kaylin Meyer again over the top at 6'3", that helps. Nicely picks up the foul. Asia's third, the team's fourth of the half. Sullivan, a long three. The basket is good, and a foul on Nicely is going to keep it with Superior. So we're tied at 32, and the Wildcats will get it again. Nicely trying to box out on Meyer. Pushed too hard. So the three was good, and it stays with Superior with the foul. So a chance to take the lead on this trip down. Shayla Meyer for Hayes and Sullivan. Back to Hayes. Shayla Meyer up top for Sullivan. Shayla, backside that ball right to Kaylin, up and in. And Superior has the lead, 34-32, their first lead of the game. High post for Hirschfeld. She has been the girl here in the second half, but that shot no good, and the rebound for Sullivan. Cass nearly got away with that one. Now into the lane, hard foul. 2 free throws coming for Trisha Hayes. Caitlin Fellhofer with a foul. Her second. That is 6 team fouls now on Centennial. 2 whistled against Superior in the second half. As long as it goes through, Trisha Hayes does not care how it goes through. The lead is 3 and looking for more. Can't get that one though. Hirschfeld, the rebound, and was fouled by Hayes. Actually, they call it on Shayla Meyer. That is her third and the team's third. 35-32. Hirschfeld on the far side. Timeout, Centennial. Coach Jake Polk wants a full timeout. And we can step aside as well. 35-32, Superior on top. Centennial basketball after this.
Teens drink 1/4 of all alcohol sold in Nebraska. That's 2 times the national average, 5th worst in the nation. But there's something proven to stop teen binge drinking. It's called parenting, and there is one parenting style that works best. Learn more about the parenting style that works against teen drinking. Talkaboutalcohol.org.
We are scheduled for a 4:15 start. We should be pretty close to that, I think, for the guys' third-place game. This is the girls' third-place game between Centennial and Milford. The next game you will see up next will be the boys' third-place game. Wilber-Claytonia taking on Milford at around 4:15. And then, of course, we'll be back to the girls' championship game, Fillmore Central and Milford at 6. And the nightcap tonight is Centennial and Sutton. Oh, I'm looking forward to that one. Coming up tonight at around 7:45. Make sure you tell all of your family and friends that all of the games today can be found right here on strivesports.com. Superior trailed at one point about a minute and a half into the third quarter by 11. They currently lead by 3 with 4:12 remaining in the fourth. Hirschfeld gets a screen into the corner, now up for Cast. So we hit the 4-minute mark. Cass backside all alone. The layup is good. That is Lily Cass' first points of the game. Make it a 1-point contest, 35-34. Shayla Meyer on the block in the lane, fouled, she'll shoot 2. That is the 3rd personal foul on Brooklyn Guerin. That is 7 team fouls now. First of 2 free throws up and good. Free throws, a bit of a struggle. 2 for 5 for Superior before this quarter, and 2 for 4 before this quarter for Centennial. Meyer has the rebound, but as she's going to the floor, lets go of the ball and loses it out of bounds. So a rebound and a turnover there. That's 13 rebounds for Kaylin Meyer, but 16 turnovers for the Wildcats. Their lead, though, is 2 with 3:35 to go in the 4th. Baseline, Hartshorn off the glass. Foul called, and I believe that's number 4 on Shayla Meyer. It is her 4th and the team's 4th. And Hunter Hartshorn will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Hunter, the junior, averages 8 points per game. That right there, just her 3rd. Two for 2 for Hartshorn. She's got 4. We're all tied at 36. Again, the full court press, it's caused some issues at times for Superior. Not so much that time. Just a pass over the top and a chance to get a good set offensively. Sullivan, top of the key. Now Meyer into the corner for Hallie Miller. Miller again, guarded by Cast. Sullivan. Hayes. Not too late, but Centennial kicks it out of bounds. Well, that's the thing about a Kaylin Meyer. She demands so much defensive attention that you almost get this, like, we have to go cover her with 4 girls right away, and then somebody decides to peel off, and then suddenly she's really open for like a second, and then here comes the other 2 or 3 back to cover her again. So it really makes a defense work to try to cover her. They've done a really nice job. She's worked for her 12 points. Actually, a lot of those been on the offensive glass. There is a foul put up on the shot by Hallie Miller. She'll go to the line for 2. The foul on Brooklyn Gearhead. That is personal foul number 4 on Brooklyn. Hallie Miller is 1 of 3 at the free throw line. Emma Schnockenberg comes in for Shayla Meyer in the Superior lineup. And 0 for 2 there as Hirschfeld grabs the rebound. Right to the rim goes Hartshorn. Got it, and a foul. The lead back for the Bronco Blue. Hunter Hartshorn had 2 points through 3 quarters. She's got 4 points in the last 20 seconds. Now she's got 5 points in the last 20 seconds. 7 for the game and a 3-point Bronco lead. Breaking the press this time. Hallie Miller quickly into the corner. And that one off the foot of Hirschfeld. It'll stay with Superior. Sullivan back up and around Miller. Meyer hits the floor down in the post. Surrounded by 3 Bronco jerseys. Here's Sullivan for the tie. No. The defensive rebound for Fellhofer. Chance to run. Hartshorn was there. No. Coach Jake Pohl says, no. We're not running. We have the 3-point lead. We're going to take it. And a timeout for Centennial. It is a 30-second timeout. We mentioned coming up next, the boys' third-place game between Wilber-Claytonia and Milford. Then we'll have the girls' championship, Fillmore Central and Milford, at around 6 o'clock tonight. And the boys' championship will follow that. That'll be Centennial and Sutton. Boy, I really can't wait for that. Was that football game between those two back in the fall? In the, was about week 2 or 3? The Centennial got up early and really had their way with Sutton for about 3 quarters. In the fourth quarter, Mustangs kind of started to get something rolling, but too little, too late there. Centennial, the defending boys SNC champions. Of course, the Superior girls are 2-time defending SNC basketball champions. So the first time that they haven't been in the championship in 3 years. So Centennial with the lead in the basketball and 1:36 to go. And again, trying to hold on to this thing for as long as they can. Hartshorn for Hirschfeld. Foul on Sullivan. Not yet into the bonus. That is 16 fouls, the second on Teagan. So Hartshorn to inbound. To Hirschfeld. And a foul on Kaylin Meyer. Nicely comes out, and Fellhofer is in. Foul on Kaylin, just her second, but it is the 17th foul, so 1-1 here for Hirschfeld. And Hallie Miller comes up with a huge rebound with a minute to go. The three, no. Defensive rebound, Hirschfeld, and a foul. The foul on Sullivan is her third, the team's 8th. And a 1-1 for we're going to get a look real quick at discussing are we taking a timeout or are we bringing a sub in, and Asia Nicely is going to come in so that Kate Hirschfeld can get tended to. I think she got a little bit of a cut, I think they said, above her eye, and just an effort to get it cleaned up, but it was either take a timeout or sub in, and Asia Nicely hits the free throw. How about that? With 47 seconds left to make it a 4-point game. Misses the second. So 4-point lead with 40 seconds to go. Superior down. The three from Kaylin Meyer is good. Timeout, Wildcats. It is a full timeout taken by Coach Jim Sullivan. 15 points for Kaylin Meyer, and we are at 40-39 with 32 seconds left. Should there be a jump ball, the possession does favor Superior. Each team has been whistled for 8 fouls, so it's a 1-1 either way on anybody that has a foul. Centennial has 1 timeout remaining, and Superior has 2. So we will see if that comes into effect. Centennial will be able to run the baseline. And I understand that if you were watching the Superior and Milford game on Thursday night, you saw Milford run the very risky, but if it works, it works. Throw the inbounds pass to a girl who is also out of bounds and let her throw it in to avoid basically a pressure on the ball on an inbounds play. It happened to work. I think it caught our play-by-play guy that night, Derek O'Connor, caught him off guard, but perfectly legal. So Centennial's in that same position, really, that Milford was the other night. Able to run on the baseline if they needed to. They didn't need to. They get the ball in, no problem. And it's out of bounds. Turnover, Centennial. With 27 seconds left and a 1-point game, Superior has 2 timeouts left. Shayla Meyer for the lead. Asia nicely the rebound. Centennial doesn't have to go shoot it. Superior has to foul, and they do. And it's Hallie Miller. 1-1 with 11 seconds left, and it's Hunter Hartshorn to shoot. Still going to be time for Superior. They will have 2 timeouts no matter what here. 2-point lead. Hartshorn for a 3-point lead. Got to get it up quick for Superior. Coach Sullivan will take the timeout with 6.1. So got it across half court. Superior will inbound from pretty much right in front of their own bench. And with 6 seconds, you got time for a couple of passes and somebody to come off a screen. Now, this is why coaches get paid exorbitant amounts of money for situations just like this. What can you draw up in the huddle and have your girls execute? This is also why any coach worth his or her salt practices special situations. Hey, we have 6 seconds left. We have a timeout. We're down by 3. Here's what we want to try to do. Or, we're up by 3 with 6 seconds left. Here's what we want to try to do. If you're Centennial, do you let Superior get the ball in and foul that person immediately? At most, they're going to get 2 free throws, and you just hope that you can box out Kaylin Meyer, because that offensive rebound could kind of come back too, right? So many possibilities at this point. This is why we love high school sports, right? Superior with 1 timeout remaining, Centennial with 1 timeout remaining. Should there be a jump ball, it would favor Superior. Shayla Meyer will throw it in. Man-to-man defense for Centennial. Sullivan to Kaylin Meyer. Kaylin for the tie, banks it in! We will go overtime! How about that? Kaylin Meyer hits a 3 with 32 seconds left and a 3 at the buzzer to send us to overtime, 42-42. Each team adds a timeout, and we will re-jump and go to overtime. Woo, doggy. Well, we got a fun one going. Right? That's what I said. Foul. Do you foul? Do you not? By the way, Tony, you're on camera. That would have been perfect, actually. The fact that she was the next one to catch the pass, foul her before she could have taken the shot. would have been harder for her to get an offensive rebound. In any way, a reminder, both teams add a timeout, so now everybody's got 2 left. And we will re-jump from center court. Superior wins the toss. We'll have it first. Miller, reverse layup. What a way to start the overtime. Brooklyn Guerin, baseline pass, stolen away. Kaylin Meyer. First score of the overtime possession. Man, it is so important for the team to be that gets up first, wins overtime so many times. And now a timeout here for Coach Sullivan. It will be a full timeout. Reminder, they will have one more. We will step aside as well in Centennial, where the Wildcats have a 2-point lead.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Teens drink 1/4 of all alcohol sold in Nebraska. That's 2 times the national average, 5th worst in the nation. But there's something proven to stop teen binge drinking. It's called parenting, and there is one parenting style that works best. Learn more about the parenting style that works against teen drinking. Talkaboutalcohol.org.
Wildcats 44, Broncos 42. 3:11 to go here in overtime. Kaylin Meyer banks in the 3 with a second to go in regulation to send us to this point. Hallie Miller gives Superior the lead on the first possession of overtime. And now perhaps an extended version of keep away until Sullivan travels with it. And that is 17 turnovers for the Wildcats. So an opportunity for Centennial. Hartshorn on the far wing. Now Guerin up top. Guerin has 4 fouls, nicely with 4 as well as we start this overtime. Lily Cast on the corner. Hirschfeld, the drive and the foul. Kaylin Meyer, her 3rd, the 10th. Excuse me, yeah, that is the 10th. And Hirschfeld to shoot 2. Shayla Meyer replaces Emma Schnackenberg in the Superior lineup. And the rebound is tipped in by Cast. Lily Cast just was trying to tip it up and got it over the rim and in for a 1-point Centennial lead. 2:14 to go. Meyer for another 3. Okay. Sullivan the rebound. No, one more time for Teagan. Now the officials, neither one wants to make a call. They're going to call jump ball, which will give it to Centennial. Neither official saw it really well there, so they did the right thing. They looked at each other, conferred. Nobody had a definite answer, so they went with the jump ball, and it goes to Centennial there. So a 1-point Bronco lead. Under 2 minutes to go in overtime. And now back to that bit of stall game for Hartshorn and the Broncos. Guerin Now Hartshorn. Now Hirschfeld. Foul on Sullivan. Sullivan with her 4th personal foul. Still a double bonus here. And it will be Brooklyn Gearhan at the foul line. Brooklyn has not scored since the 3rd quarter until that free throw right there. Makes it a 2-point and 3-point lead. 47-44. And a steal by Hirschfeld. And the foul on Sullivan is Teagan's 5th. Natalie McMean will come in as Tegan Sullivan exits. Tegan hit 2 threes in the 4th quarter before Kaylin Meyer did. She will finish with 11 points and 4 rebounds. And the free throw by Gearhan is good. So a chance to seal things for the Broncos. The second, no good. Cass keeping it alive, though, and it's tipped out there to Gearhan. And now a foul. Trisha Hayes with the foul. Timeout, Superior. 6-point Centennial lead, 50-44. Centennial led this game 13-4 at the end of the 1st quarter. They led it by 11 a couple of different times in the 2nd quarter. They led by 9 at halftime after the 3 by Brooklyn Gearhan that she just kind of whizzed at the, actually that was at the end of the 1st quarter, just kind of chucked at the hoop and happened to bank it in. That represents the only 3-pointer of the game for Centennial. It's just kind of a wing and a prayer at the hoop at the end of the 1st quarter. Superior, down by 11 early in the 3rd quarter, comes back to tie it early in the 4th quarter, only to see Centennial come back and have the lead late in the 4th quarter. In fact, with 11 seconds left, Centennial led 42-39 after 2 free throws by Hunter Hartshorn. But then Kaylin Meyer banks in a 3 with 1 second left in regulation to send us to overtime. Hallie Miller scored on the opening possession of overtime for Superior. But remember, Hirschfeld was fouled on a shot, made the first free throw. The second one was no good. Lily Cast, just trying to keep it alive, tips the ball into the hoop. And since then, it has been all Centennial. In and back out. That's Hayes with it. Now Shayla Meyer up top. McMean, her 3 is short, right to Kaylin Meyer. 14 rebounds and 20 points. Down by 4. And the Wildcats foul. Not out of the woods. Centennial still needs to make their free throws. Hallie Miller with the foul there. And it will be Lily Cast at the free throw line. Lily has not shot a free throw in today's game. She has 4 points, including that tip in early on in this quarter. She also had a basket in the 4th quarter of regulation. So both are no good, but a scramble on the rebound, and it's pulled down by Hirschfeld. Timeout, Centennial. Centennial will have one timeout remaining. Superior is out. The Broncos to inbound the ball. The boys' third place game scheduled to start at 4:15. We're going to be a little bit behind that, I'm sure. Wilbur, Claytonia, and Milford, but it will be right here on strivesports.com. So if you're tuning in a little early to see if we are into warm-ups on that one, nope, not just yet. We got the girls' third place game in overtime at 50-46. Just a little over a week ago on Friday night in York at the City Auditorium. The Crossroads Conference had their basketball tournament. We had a third place game between Exeter Milligan and Cross County that went 3 overtimes. We'll see if we do that here tonight. If we do, I'm going to need a Red Bull by the time the championship games roll around. I might need that anyway, not going to lie. So Centennial to inbound right in front of their own bench. Kate Hirschfeld to do the honors. Hunter Hartshorn takes it. Foul on Miller. (51-46) foul and 2 free throws for Hallie Miller with 29 seconds left. Foul on Hirschfeld, her second. 9 team fouls. It's on a shot though, so 2 free throws for Miller. Hallie was 1 of 4 before that attempt for the game, now 2 for 5. Cast comes out, Fellhofer's in for Centennial. Makes them both. 51-48, not out of the woods just yet. Guerin fouled by McMean. Very impressed with Centennial on the free throw shooting. Lily Cast comes in. Fellhofer comes out. (10 of 13 at the free throw line in overtime. 53-48. 23 seconds left. Out of bounds off Centennial. Hayes with the inbounds. Got to do something if you're Superior. Got to do it quick. Shayla Meyer just throwing it around. 8 seconds left. Not going to matter if anything goes in right now. Shayla Meyer makes good on a 3. Superior, Centennial doesn't even have to inbound it. They'll just throw it up, and that will be your game. Centennial defeats Superior for third place in the SNC tournament. 53-51 in overtime. Round of applause for both of these teams playing to their strengths. Centennial gets it done at the free throw line for the victory. Tally everything up for you here. Sierra Blackburn with 1 point. Tegan Sullivan fouled out with 11 points. Hallie Miller will finish with 6. Emma Schnackenberg 4 rebounds. Trisha Hayes 4 points, 2 rebounds. 8 points, 4 rebounds for Shayla Meyer. And Kaylin Meyer with 20 points and 15 rebounds in the ball game today for the Superior Wildcats. For Centennial, third place in the SNC, Kate Hirschfeld finishes with 13 points. Lily Cast with 4. Erica Cast with 3. Caitlin Fellhofer with 2. Hunter Hartshorn, a lot of free throws here. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 total points for Hunter. Brooklyn Guerin with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Asia Nicely with 5 points, 4 rebounds. Shelby Ziegler with 4 points, all back in the first quarter. So third place of the SNC belongs to Centennial, 53-51. The Broncos win it over the Wildcats, and the boys' game is coming up next.